Hi, everybody. I'm Doug Black, Editor-in-Chief at Inside HPC. And today, as part of our series of interviews for Dell Technologies, we're with Simon Atack. He is HPC team leader of the Advanced Computing Research Center at the University of Bristol in the UK, where Simon has been for the past 8 years. Now, the center has an extensive HPC infrastructure engaged in a range of scientific fields, including genomics, molecular dynamics, and earth and climate modeling. Powering much of this work is Dell Technologies supercomputing technology, which Simon is going to discuss with us today. So Simon, welcome.
Thank you, Doug.
Okay, so please tell us a little bit about your latest acquisitions of Dell Gear.
There's been a variety, to be honest. We've had recently been upgrading our storage arrays. So we've had the ME4 and ME5 disk arrays from Dell recently that have been very good for us, massively increasing our storage capacity and refreshing off the older Dell MD arrays that have been very well for us. We've had a variety of servers, mostly rack mounts, some of the AMD models, some of the Intel models. So we've had some R7740 XT2s with their 24 disk bays at the front that we found very, very useful for those ones where we want a lot of storage in a compact space. We've been buying some of the R6525s with 128 cores of AMD processors for the high intense compute work, sort of terabyte or so of RAM, that have been very useful for those large problems that are complicated and need lots of processing and memory. We've actually been recently buying a lot of the XE8545s, the 4-node A100s. So we've got a few of those still on order, and we've had quite a few of those recently over the last 6 months or so. Our AI users have been very thankful for that, plus a lot of the other researchers that make use of the GPUs. So.
Okay, great. Now, I also understand you have Dell equipment you've been using for a number of years.
Yes, our third generation of HPC we have came in about 2013, so eight odd years now. That's using the Dell C8000 chassis series. We've had that going in effectively continuous use since installation. We've had a few software changes on it, understandably, but hardware-wise, it's just kept on going and going and going. So yeah, we can't complain about that. These days with supply issues and environmentally and everything else, actually reusing the hardware has been a very good thing for the university. So we kept going with it.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about the community of users supported by the center. How many users are there, and how are their requirements evolving?
There's a couple of thousand users. It ranges completely from the absolute basics. We have people in effectively the undergrads from a couple of first, second year undergrads doing talk courses on our systems, all the way through postgrads, researchers, postdocs, you name it. There are a complete wide variety of users. So the people that know nothing to the experts in supercomputing and researchers in it, to, as we say, all those fields like molecular dynamics, genomics, climate modeling, you name it. We've probably got one. We've got people in from finance. Don't think we've got anyone from HR, but we got the arts and people. So yeah, there's an absolute complete variety. Main changes for some of that is a lot of people are using GPUs now. We've certainly seen a noticeable trend, probably the last 3 or 4 years, of gradually more and more GPU use. And also, there's sort of two sides of it. There's the side that you have the users that are just using a few cores and not very much else, and then there's a massive sort of gap to then the people using sort of like multiple node jobs. So we've got the complete variety, and both ends are growing.
Yeah, as I think you were saying, there's no such thing as a typical user with typical needs.
Not in our environment. We've got so many with such a wide variety of things. The typical average is not existent, shall we say? That they're so different. So yeah.
Yeah. So that moves my next question. Why has the center chosen Dell? Is it the systems and software? Is it really the technology, or is it the support services, or both?
It's kind of the whole package, to be honest. We've had, as you can, as I said, the C8000 series, we've had great success with the hardware. It's been longevity-wise excellent, stable, works well. So that's one thing. The support, pre-sales support has been excellent with account managers and the specialists to talk to about various topics of what sort of hardware should we buy. We want to do this. How should we do it? All the way through to sort of the support. When there is an occasional issue, there is someone there, someone on the end of a phone, end of an email that has been able to quickly respond to us. And if there's been a fault, send us a part or send us an engineer. So that's been really, really good for us. The responsiveness of that service has just been excellent.
Okay, so now looking ahead for the center, what are your scientific computing plans with Dell?
At the minute, we're on a bit of sort of working out where we're going. We haven't quite worked out what's going ahead next, but all likelihood is in the next probably 12, 18 months, we'll be looking at the next tranche of computer systems. So that'll be our Blue Crystal 5 computer system. That will be another big purchase. About 1 petaflop nowadays is what we'd be aiming for. Quite a few £1 million purchase. So there's that. We have some more networking upgrades, for instance. We've still got a bit of finishing off on our storage rollouts, where slowly updating those older nodes and older storage arrays to the new ones. So nothing set in stone, but a lot of wide-ranging purchases in the future is a possibility.
Okay, well, great. Thanks so much for that update. We've been with Simon Atack. He is HPC team leader at the University of Bristol. It's been a pleasure being with you today.
Thank you, Doug.